Welcome back, or hello. This video is meant to answer some of the most often questions about the how to do the most common basic tap dance steps. Their name, a description of them, and some techniques about how to best do them. In other words, I'm going to hopefully get you on a pathway to give you a good foundation for your tap dance education. If we haven't met before, let me introduce myself. I'm Sil Askins, a 40-year-plus professional tap dance instructor, a choreographer, studio owner, and director, and I'm here to give you a pathway to successfully tap dance for your enjoyment. If you like the way I present things, please, hit that like button below and share this video with your friends. I'm setting this up as a resource. So hopefully it'll be something that you can come back to periodically to get some answers to, like, oh yeah, how did I do that step? Okay. So what I'd like to cover today are the letters D. If you notice, I'm doing them in groups of sort of alphabetizing a few of the words. So today we're going to do the letter D, and I'm going to give you one E as well. The words we're going to cover today are dig, both your heel and your toe, draw or drag, drop your heel or toe, and then the E word today is going to be essence, which goes back to a vaudeville era. The little soft shoe is where this comes from. We'll talk about that later. So bear with me for just a moment as I drop the camera down to my feet so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So a little rockety, but here we go. All right, so now you can see my feet. And the first word we're going to talk about today is dig. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways so you can see how I'm pushing on the floor. This is the heel dig, right? Sometimes they call this a dig as well. So it depends on the choreographer what sound they're wanting to have you do. Dig is usually with a little bit of pressure. You push down into the heel, but nothing else is hitting the floor, right? Just dig your heel. I'll turn that around so you can see the back a little bit. Dig your heel. See where the energy is coming from the back and then pushing forward, landing into the floor for that heel dig sound. The same thing happens with a toe. Usually you pick up the toe and you press down. Just the ball of the foot is pressing. So you're using the heart of the tap. That's this part of it. Let me see if I can show you. The heart of the tap is the center part right there. And that's the tap part of the toe that you want to be pressing down into the floor when you do a dig. Just digging. There's some weight, not much, just enough to give you sound. Usually there's no weight in a dig. Some people call them a touch. Touch tells me it's kind of light in pressure. Touch, like if you're going to step away with a touch and step away. You're going to dig your toe, like you're emphasizing something at the end of something, right? Has a different sound than just touching, right? It's almost like just tapping your toe. There's two different ways to do that, okay? So there's your heel and your toe dig. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about is draw or drag, okay? Draw, I'm going to step aside a little bit here. As I step out with the right foot, the left foot is doing the draw. Yeah, turn around. So my right foot steps out and my left foot draws. Some people call that a drag, right? Because you're dragging the foot along. Especially helpful if you're doing like a little crawl and you want to drag that foot along. Okay? But if you're doing a draw, it's sliding. Nice and easy. Okay? So that's the difference between a draw and a drag. Some people use them interchangeably, those words, so don't get confused by that. Also, now going on to drop. Drop a heel or drop a toe, okay? So let's start with the toe drop first. One of my favorite things to do. My dancers always say, oh, no, not the toe drop. Yes, the toe drop. So how do you do that? You have to pick up the toe, and as you drop your toe down towards the floor, you're bending your knee so you can give it some more pressure, okay? And then reacts through your body so that you're not doing a sharp impulse of energy strike to the floor. It's compressed and resounds through your body so that you don't injure yourself. Okay, so that's a toe drop, toe drop, toe drop, toe drop, toe drop. You can tell by them bending my knees when I do that. All right, that's a toe drop. Heel drops, most people find this a little easier to do. Again, you're just going to pick up the heel and drop it down. I tell my students to sit on it. What do I mean by that? That means the energy is going to be down into the heel. Again, you're bending your knees so that you can get a nice heel drop. That's a heel drop. Sit down into the heel so you get a nice bass sound. Your bass is really important in tap dancing, that sound, right? So there you go. That's a drop for your heel and your toe. Now let's move on to that vaudeville step I was talking about. It's called essence. We're going to do the front essence first. Front meaning that you're traveling, crossing over in front of your foot. So this is your right foot. I'm sorry. This is my right foot. And so when I cross over, I'm going to do this step in the front like a ball change. And then I'm going to come over on this side with the ball change. And I'm going to put a flap in front of it. So it sounds two sounds. So the essence would be a flap first, and then a flap crossing over into a ball change. You see what those words were? Remember from ball change, the B words, yes? We talked about that before in an earlier video. Okay, so flap again. We're going to go flap to the side, cross over with a flap, and then ball change. Flap, brush, or flap, ball change. The reason I'm calling it as a brush is that I'm swinging across my foot, whereas a flap usually lands a little bit quicker, right? Flap, brush, ball change. Flap, brush, ball change. I'll turn around now. Flap, brush, ball change. Flap, brush, ball change. Flap, brush, ball change. Flap, brush, ball change. Usually the essence is done in 3/4 or 6/8 time. So there is a little break that you do on the third repetition. So it looks like this. Flap, brush, ball change. Flap, brush, ball change. This one is where the break is. Some people call this the double up, meaning that you're repeating something. Right? Flap, look at the double up again. Flap, brush, ball change. Back, ball change. Forward, brush, ball change. Right? So there's the double up. I'll show you again. The break. Flap, brush, ball change. Back, ball change. Brush, ball change. So you see that little brush. Now you just carry over from here. Flap, brush, ball change. Here's the second repetition. Here's the third repetition. So here's your break, your double up, a back, and a forward. All right. So there's your front essence with the little break. Back essence, I call it like a little pendulum swing step because you're going to step behind yourself with that brush. And then you step out to the side for your ball change. Look where your weight goes. Ball out to the outside and it comes back to the center. Releasing the foot to continue. Brush, step back. Ball, change. Brush, step back. Ball, change. Brush, step back. Ball, change. Okay? I'll turn around. Brush, step back. Ball, change. 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 So if you're going to do a double up with the brushing backwards, back essence, you would do brush, step, ball, change, brush, step, ball, change, brush, step, brush, ball, change, brush, ball, change, brush, ball, change. So back, and back, and back, forward, and back. All right? A couple of variations. portions. So there's your essence. I hope you enjoyed that. Hang on while I pick up the camera so I can talk to you again. Pretty smoothly that time. I'm getting better. All righty. So if you enjoy the way I present things, please tell your friends, like this, share it. I appreciate it. This information is meant to be a resource, so it's meant to come back to periodically as you need information. And thank you for being with me today. And you can always reach out to me at celebritydance.com. That's on my website. And go to the contact page there. Send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know where you're viewing from. And if you have any other questions or requests, please reach out. I'll definitely answer back and put them on my to-do list. So thank you again for being with me today. And again, if you like the way I do things, please click that like button. Send the word out that Sil Askins has a resource, okay, for our tap dancers so that we can have some nice conversations about tap, in tap language. All right, dancers, thank you again. And I appreciate any comments that you leave. Please do so. And until then, the next time that we're together, happy tap dancing. But before we go, I also have a treat for you. Give you a sneak preview of coming attractions. So what's coming up next? Well, we finished the letter D and E. So I'm going to give you some F words that are like flap heel, heel, two heels, flap ball change, and then I'm going to put some things together with flap, like how to flap into a crimp roll, how to flap into a buffalo, all right? So there's a little sneak preview of some of the things that were coming up. The other thing I'm working on is I want to give you a little routine as well, a practice routine based on the words that we're documenting in one particular video. So for example, let's go back to the first video where we had step and shuffle and flap. I would do a series of exercises where you repeat like shuffles through a pattern or flaps through a pattern, just for exercise and for repetition to help your skills improve, okay? So watch out for those in the future. They'll be coming your way on YouTube. All right, thanks for your time. Happy dancing, everybody.